Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you out there, wherever you are in the world. This is Samuel, Aneka, and Udo welcoming you to Edisam Online Academy. So, in this tutorial, we'll be looking at how to draw arcs with the arc tool. We look at drawing arcs with the arc tool on Autocad. So, without wasting your time, I'm going to start the lesson straight ahead. So let me delete some of this item. So this is our AutoCAD window. I've actually set my unit to unitless. My unit is set to unitless. My limit is set to 0,0 and 150,100. That is my limit. And this rectangle is actually defines my limit. This side is 150, this side is 100. So right now, I want to divide this rectangle to two equal parts. I'm going to use the midpoint snap. So I go to midpoint up here, I click, I come down here to midpoint, I click, I press enter, and this rectangle has been divided to two equal parts. So what do? I'm going to draw a rectangle here. Just freestyling. I'm going to draw another one here. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm going to draw an arc at this left-hand side of this big rectangle and the right-hand side of this big one as well. So how do I do that? What do? I'm going to go to the arc tool on my draw tools on the left of my window. So my mouse, follow my cursor with my mouse now. I have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth one is actually the arc tool. I click on the arc tool and it tells me specify start point of arc or center. I'm going to use the center option. So I click on center. When my cursor changes to the shape of an hand, I click on center. And what does it tell me? Specify center point of arc. I want to draw the arc here. So the center is going to be the center of this line. That is the midpoint. I click on the midpoint. It now tells me what I have on the command line. Specify start point of arc. Now, please pay attention. I said pay attention. Okay. When you are actually drawing arcs actually they move in an anti-clockwise direction. The start point is a point that will make the arc proceed in an anti-clockwise direction. So if we are looking at this arc, if we come here, if this is our start point, then this will enable our arc to proceed in an anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So start point is a point that enables your arc to move in an anti-clockwise direction, which is going to be here, the end point of this line. I click. It tells me specify endpoint of arc. Okay. So I come down here. I click at the end of the line and the arc is drawn. Okay. So let me do that again in case you are confused. First and foremost, what do? I click on arc. It tells me specify start point or center. I click on the center. Now it tells you to specify center point of arc, which is the midpoint of this line. After clicking on that, I click on that midpoint. It tells you to specify start point. I said that the start point should be a point that will enable your arc to move in an anti-clockwise direction. And this is the point that will enable you to move in an anti-clockwise direction. So I click here. It now tells me to specify endpoint. The endpoint is the end of the line. I click there and the arc is now drawn. So I've drawn it on the left-hand side. Now I want to draw on the right-hand side. The same thing I did while drawing the left-hand side is what I'm still going to do while drawing on the right-hand side. I go to arc again. It tells me to specify start point or center. I click on center. It tells me to specify center point. I click on the midpoint of that line. It tells me to specify start point. The start point is a point that will enable my arc to move in an anti-clockwise direction, which is down below here. If I go here, this is clockwise. This is going to be clockwise. But from here, this is going to be anti-clockwise. So this is my start point. I click. I am now told to specify endpoint. I go to the endpoint, I click, and my arc has been drawn. So now I'm going to draw two arcs on the edges of this rectangle. So let me start from the left-hand side. How do I do that? First of all, I zoom in just to make the object larger. How do I zoom in? I bring my cursor close to the object and I roll it forward. I roll the middle mouse button forward. So now I go to arc. I click. It tells me on my command line, specify start point of arc or center. I click on center option. It tells me to specify center point of arc on my command line. I look for the midpoint of the line. I click. Okay. I click. And when I click, what actually happens is that it tells me to specify start point. The start point is this point, like I said before, that will enable my arc to move in an anti-clockwise direction, which is here. Anti-clockwise. So I click there. It now tells to specify endpoint of arc, which is here. I click. I now move over to this side. Okay. I pan to move the object forward. Pan to shift it to the left to right. I scroll in, I scroll out to make it larger or smaller. So right now, I want to draw the arc at this end. I go back to arc. I click on arc. I am told to specify start point of arc or center. I click on center option. It tells me to specify center point of arc. That is what I have on the command line. What do? I click here. It tells me to specify start point. The start point is the point that will enable my arc move in an anti-clockwise direction, which is this point. I click there. It tells me to specify endpoint. I click here. So my arc has been drawn. So I've actually drawn arcs 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think at this point, I'm going to end the lesson. There are many other options for drawing arc, but at least this is an introductory class for now. In subsequent lessons, I'm going to show you more methods of drawing arcs. But for now, hold on with this one. I really appreciate your spending your time with me. I really appreciate. I thank you for your efforts. And I am very, very delighted and glad. I hope you actually enjoy my lesson. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section, or you can actually WhatsApp me on +234-803829-5185. And please just subscribe to my channel, like my video, drop your comments, and share with others. And watch out for the next lesson. You can also click the bell icon so that whenever we have any lesson, you'll be notified of our next lesson. Thank you for your time. I'll be signing out now. Bye.